And then, so I had my nephew over. So my son and my nephew and I were working on this guy for the last couple of weeks. This is that Kentucky Traditions rifle, and it's long. It's got a pretty long barrel. It's 32 inches. Look at this buttstock. Look at this curvy, like, it's just so pokey. It's so pokey. I looked up. I'm like, why is it made like that? And the best guess for people was like, oh, you can like ride on a horse and like hook it on your arm like that. Or you can really butt stroke someone with one of these things. They got like a nice brass, you could do some damage there, I guess.
Butt stroke?
It's also, hit them in the head.
I'm not going to use a bullet. It takes me like a minute to reload.
So when they were originally made, people were, how do I say this, a little less chunky, maybe.
Maybe.
Are you calling Adriel chunky?
How's that supposed to fit in your shoulder pocket? It doesn't. Look at it.
Well,
look at it. I'm not chunky. Look at the gap that's there. It's so uncomfortable. I'm not going to shoot this a lot. They're going to like stick on the wall.
I was gonna go get Carson and tell him to hold it because that's the size. That was the size of the people back then.
No, it's terrible. It's terrible for him too. You can't put it here on your shoulder. You got to put it out on your shoulder like a fair bit. I could shoot it right there.
There you go.
But like that's not on my. That's like getting over to my like shoulder muscle. Anyways,
they were not known for their accuracy.
It's rifled. It's got a rifled barrel.
Oh, really?
So I'm gonna run patched balls in it because that's like more authentic than conicals or whatever. But well, it's like I like it. There's a bunch of like the lock work is really good.
I still want to shoot that.
Trigger's fine on it. A couple of things like I mentioned to you guys, I was really wanting to just put boiled linseed oil on this thing, but I kept watching other people's finishing these things. They all stained it. So I'm like, oh my God, maybe it's going to look like crap. On the inside of this barrel channel, I went straight boiled linseed oil. It didn't darken up very much. So I'm like, maybe I'll stain it first. Now that I've stained it, I wish I wish I just done the boiled linseed oil because the inside of the barrel channel, it's fairly rough. So maybe it just didn't soak up enough oil to darken it like it did. Because I did the ramrod just boiled linseed oil, no stain at all on it, and it looks great. It's you can definitely see the grain in there. It's got good definition, but the stock really took the stain oddly, especially the forend here. Some parts are very, very dark. Some parts are light. Normally gun stocks are like that. I would say like this buttstock here looks fine. It looks like exactly anything else.
What type of wood is it?
I don't know. I think it was maple. But don't quote me on that because I don't actually know. I still have to put a couple more coats on this. It's still got a little bit of a rough texture to it.
Yeah, you're gonna leave it like that. You're not gonna put shellac or anything on it.
More linseed oil. So I'm gonna hit it with some steel wool. Smooth it up. Another coat of linseed. Leave it for another couple of days and then go again. But it was a fun project. Very pretty easy to do. And I'd say that the only like downsides to it were you need a special drill bit to drill the tenons in here. There's a pin underneath this wood cover here that I just put on. So there's 2 of those, and you need like a special numbered drill, not like just anything from your standard drill kit. And that. If I was going to shoot this thing, I would lop this stupid thing off and I'd put like a butt pad on here or something better. But I'm not really planning on shooting it all that often. So that'll just be something to like, it was a fun project and it'll sit on the wall or whatever.